so that you're walking in his will, you're walking in his purpose. Tell me, umeamka vipi? How is the hali ya anga mahali ambapo uko? Is it rainy? Is it cold? Is the sun out? Share with us so that we can be able to, kujuliana hali, because it's very important. Right now, it's very, let me say, rare to have friends even who check on you. But again, for those who have friends, tulisema here as we started the year, there's a very amazing topic that we had. Your good friends versus bad friends. Ya kwamba you need to put effort. You need to work on those relationships for them to work out, okay? You can't just sit and say, me, I don't have friends, but you don't make that effort to even reach out, try to get to know how their day has been. So let us try and make sure that in each and every way we are having healthy relationships. It was a resolution that we started with as we began the year. Let us continue with that culture, okay? And again, I won't get tired of repeating. There's an amazing culture we started last year. Yakwamba, every day you wake up, you write down 3 things that you're grateful for. I still hope you're doing that. Kila asubuhi ukiamka, write down 3 things. It could be the smallest things, the fact that you have clothes to wear, the fact that you had a glass of water this morning, whatever thing that you're grateful for, write it down, okay? It'll help you cultivate a positive mindset, because I know there are so many negative things and sometimes you can't avoid them. But you can also counter it with the positive things. So each and every morning, I remind you again, and if this is the first time, find a book somewhere, just take a notebook, a 50 bob, to a 30 bob. Every day, write down 3 things that you're grateful for, and it's going to help you, and you'll go a very, very long way, okay? It'll help change your mindset. It'll help change your perspective. You won't now focus on the negative things. You'll focus on the positive. And anytime you feel low, when you look at that book, you'll see the many blessings that God has bestowed upon you, okay? Amazing. Now, today we're going to have a really amazing show, but as always, before we start, I always emphasize and I always say that the journey or the process of life is always a process of learning and relearning, okay? And we need to be open to that process. Now, I came across a particular interesting quote, okay? And I had it being echoed today in the Morning Glory by Pastor Eliud, okay? And he said this: do not be afraid, okay? Or if you are afraid, you do it anyway, because it's part of life. Sometimes fear will come in, but it shouldn't hold you back. It shouldn't hinder you from doing what you ought to do. You should push through beyond that fear and do it. Now, this is the quote that I want us to work with for the rest of this week, okay? Ponder on it. Figure out which area in your life do you need to rid yourself of fear. Get out of that comfort zone so that you can be able to scale higher, okay? And the quote is this: courage is not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it, by Nelson Mandela. We know the amazing things that he did for his country during the apartheid rule. We're going to turn this into a history class if we get into that bit, but you have this opportunity. We have so many sources available for us, so you can go check out that story and understand ya kwamba fear shouldn't hold you back, okay? You should figure out a way to fight it, because it is possible. Fear keeps you stuck in your comfort zone. You want change in your life, you have to face that fear, okay? So that you can make impact in your life. Amazing. Now, without further ado, I want us to get started on today's conversation. It's really, really amazing. And I keep on insisting and emphasizing, fuatilia MBCI TV across all social media platforms for you to know what we'll be having. Now, for those who follow us, I know you know the topic that we'll be discussing today and the guest that we have. But before we get to that, let us get the running order to get to know what to expect in today's show. We're going to have an amazing topic. Altogether, we're going to have, did you know, we're going to have real Asian tips. And today being an African Tuesday, whatever song that you would like for us to play for you right here, we'll be having a chance to play it, okay? Now, the topic that we are discussing today is different cultures, one home, making intercultural relationships work. Now, over the past couple of weeks, ambazo tumekuwa na discussions, we've had people reach out and ask the question on marriages, intercultural marriages. Mtu unasikia amesema, I want to marry someone from a different tribe. My mom is like, no, I want to marry someone from a different even region. Yes, but mamangu ama, people around me are telling me no, okay? So we want to really talk about the differences in culture and how we can make it work, because we've seen many people in marriage with different cultures, different backgrounds, different tribes, but they still make it work, okay? And with us, we have a very beautiful couple. But before we get to that, let us get at the question of today that we're going to be interacting with. And the question that we're going to be focusing on today is very interesting. So when parents oppose an intercultural marriage, should a Christian obey family or follow God's peace? When parents oppose an intercultural marriage, should a Christian obey family or follow God's peace? Sawa sawa, as a Christian, what would you do in that particular situation? You can send us your feedback using our numbers 0721 105 105. That is WhatsApp, and also normal text message 23814 short code, which is absolutely free. An MBCI TV Facebook page down in the comment section, and MBCI YouTube official down in the comment section. As we continue, we'll be having a chance to interact with that, and it's okay if you want to remain anonymous. We don't have to say your name out loud, okay? But share with us, what would you do in that situation? You want to marry someone, they're from a different tribe, and your mom is like, or your dad is like, no, that is not going to happen, not in my house. And we know these things are happening, okay? Hata wewe unajua unakaa unajambia, mimi niliambiwa nisijaribu, nisifanye. So you've met someone, they're of a different tribe. What do you do? Okay, you feel God's peace and you're like, yes, this is the one. But your parents like, this is not happening. As a Christian, what would you do? Okay, amazing. Now, let us get started. We have a very, very amazing blessed couple here to share with us their testimony of how love works despite different cultures, different backgrounds. And we have the Collince family, okay? Collince is a music educator, he's a sound engineer, he's a music producer, singer, and pianist. And then we have Shifra, who is his wife, who is a midwife, a music educator, a singer, and a violinist. Wow, a musical family. That is just amazing. A blessed musical family. And they are homeschooling parents, content creators, and business partners. And they went to the same high school. Now, this is a fun fact. Same high school, same class for 6 years. Okay? Now, they're here for us, okay, so that they can be able to share with us their story. So without further ado, MBCI family, ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you the Collince family. Hello.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's a pleasure having you here.
Pleasure to be here.
Yeah, it's the first time we're hosting at the Relationship Talk Show. We love visitors, but from here onwards, now you're part of the family.
We appreciate
Yes. So I have done a brief introduction, but maybe there's something that I've left out that you'd like to add to that. Maybe we can start with Shifra, then we can get to Collince. You can have this opportunity to say hi to the guest and introduce yourself.
Hello, hi, how are you? We are glad to be here today, and we hope that this is going to be an enriching session. You mentioned that we are a couple. We are parents as well.
Wow.
To 3 beautiful children. A boy, firstborn, and girls, secondborns. They are twins. So
twins.
yeah,
That's amazing.
Yeah, I think yeah. And we have seen the hand of God in everything that we have done, despite us being from different backgrounds and different cultures.
Wow, that is amazing. Thank you so much, Shifra. Collince.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
I think what I would add is we are Christians and we are passionate about bringing up young children to people who will be, good for not just this world, but for the world to come.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Amazing. So you believe in nurturing kids in the way of God?
Yes.
And in a way that they'll be impactful in the world?
Yes.
Wow, that is really, really amazing. Now, we're talking about different cultures, one home. We know that the debate of cultures is really wide, and it has really sparked a lot of debate online that is never ending. There's always someone with something to say. But now we want to decipher, we want to remove the myths from what's real and be able to understand how best to make it work. As much as everyone has a different script, but there are things that cut across, that someone can borrow out there. Maybe they're thinking about it or they're about to get into it, they've been discouraged. But, hearing of a testimony of it working, they're like, okay, maybe it's not all lost. So maybe we can start from your backgrounds, your different backgrounds. How was it like growing up, and where you're from? And if you're comfortable, you can also share with us your tribe.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm Kenyan. Maybe I just need to clarify.
Yeah.
And I've been brought up in this town of Nakuru.
Oh, a cosmopolitan town with different people. Yeah.
By tribe I'm Luya.
Okay.
Though sisi ni wale wanasemanga tunasikiza.
Tuko wengi. Yeah.
So of course, typically here in Kenya we have our own ways that parents look at stuff.
Yeah, true.
Like I come from a family where they would tell you, ukitaka toa hata Mandera, go up to Sudan,
yeah, anywhere,
but usiguze mlima.
Go everywhere else. But hapo kwa mlima, that's why you put a pause. Yeah.
And I think it cuts across from our Kenyan perspective.
Yeah.
Every culture or every tribe, there's a way our parents, most especially the ones who come before the millennials or something like that, they have their own beliefs about particular cultures.
Yeah, true.
And it guides what they normally, and from their perspective, it's in your best interest that they tell you these things. And apparently, in most cases where they are telling you not to go, sometimes that's where the heart
it lies there.
The heart wants to go.
Yeah.
But my belief is a good wife, a good husband comes from the Lord.
Wow.
It can be from anywhere. Yes.
It doesn't really necessarily have to be bound by tribe.
Yes.
Okay, amazing. That is an amazing brief introduction to your background. Now let us get to Shifra. How was your background like?
I am Ugandan.
Oh, okay, amazing.
We didn't just do intercultural. We did all things.
International.
Into everything. But I'm Nyankole by tribe, and of course very, very different from now the Kenyan cultures and tribes here. Meeting my husband, then my boyfriend, I don't think culture is one of the things that really sparks when you meet somebody. You don't really have nimgani, nimluo, ama you know, it doesn't really come up fast. So by the time you get to now a serious relationship, that's when you start thinking about these things. So, okay, so if my father and mother are against this, where do you fall so that you are to be safe? But I also feel like it is very important in our communication, even as we try to break the barriers that our parents put across, respectfully. Because like for me, it was in all the tribes in Uganda, you couldn't find one, at least one. You had to go for a Kenyan. Because for them, Kenyans were people who were aggressive, people who, you know, and that was their stand. You can't find any other person to get from here. So there was a bit of friction at the beginning, and it was now my duty to make them know that this is a Kenyan, but he's also Christian, he's also a human being, and he also has values that he can be able to bring to our family and add a little bit of a different touch from what we are used to. So I think that is one of the things. When you find love, it really breaks all the culture barriers that you have there. Provided you are convinced from the core of your heart that this is the right person to be with, I think culture doesn't really bind that. It doesn't cut you out of, you know, where you're supposed to go.
Oh, wow. Amazing. So friction will be there.
Yes.
But you have to stand firm.
Yes.
And also understand your partner better. So ukienda hapo mbele kumtetea kwa mzazi,
exactly.
You have valid things to say. He has values. You know. So again, it calls for you to also getting to understand your partner better despite the different cultural backgrounds. Now we have an icebreaker question that I would like for us to be able to look at and hopefully get a response from you both. So the question is, who among you got the biggest culture shock after marriage?
After marriage?
Yes, after marriage.
After marriage.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it would be fair enough to start from the process.
Okay, so there was a before. Let us start from before then. Yeah.
I think for me, I'm the one who got serious culture shock.
Share with us the experience.
You see, here ideally we're used to, when we are getting to the process of marriage, you'll go with your brother, a friend, maybe your father or uncle, go to your wife's side. And in most cases, the first visit is you're just meeting over a meal. And it's just a small event. It's not even an event. It's like a lunch, you know.
Family thing, intimate.
Yes. You express why you have come there. You discuss whether you're going to come again, and now discuss about the big thing. Normally here is the wedding. Yes.
That's when people come in numbers.
And a few cultures like the Kikuyu and Kalenjins now have like the Koito and Rorasho. Those ones we're used to. Yeah, my friend.
Yeah.
So when we were dating, I think we were just looking at ourselves. She never told me about how things are done in her place.
Yeah.
So we first, the moment I told her, I think it's about time.
Yeah.
It's about time we do this thing. And she said, yeah. So we sent her to tell her parents that we want to come. Yeah. So we're given a date to come.
Okay.
So the first shock was how far her home is.
Oh, indeed that.
Actually says that, and I'm like, you are the one who comes from a very far place.
I think while we were dating, I had never fathomed that a person could come from that far.
It was deep. It was
It was so far.
Yeah.
It was so far. 24 hours drive to be precise.
A whole day just driving.
That first time it was 24 hours.
Oh.
So we get there, of course, we got quite early. So we were hosted by a friend of mine who comes from that region. Just to give context, we studied from the same high school.
Yeah.
So
Just
he came to Uganda for studies.
Oh,
and left with a wife.
Oh, wow. Yeah, he said, I'm not leaving with a certificate only. I'm also going with a wife. Okay.
Yeah. So after being hosted by a friend, we were now to go to their place. You don't go to where you're getting married or marrying from at 6 a.m.
Yeah, true.
So we spent the morning there. We were fed very well. Now, I was not warned there that now when you go that other side,
It's bigger.
so me, I ate very well. And I ate according to how I was being encouraged by our host at that time. So we get now to their place. And the first thing, before you even see the people who are hosting you, they're directing you to the place where you're supposed to be eating.
And you've come from India.
Yes, that was the first thing.
Yeah.
And of course, there are people who are the service providers.
Yeah, they're helping
So
out.
for the rest of the people I saw, they could say, I want this, I want this. They could be given what they want.
Yeah.
So for me, it was just...
You just... yeah, just everything. Eat everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
And now there's something they served in a calabash.
Yeah.
And they said, this one is specifically for you. And you ought to finish. Right?
Is it in a calabash or in a dish?
In a dish. I don't know. Dish.
A pot, a clay pot.
You know me, I'm used to plates, whatever, so calabash, pot.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, so I opened. Now, looking inside, I'm seeing something that looks like mayonnaise.
And they're supposed to finish it.
Yeah, it looked like, and tasting, it tasted like.
Oh.
Yeah, it
Does
tasted.
it really taste like mine? I remember probably I need to host you to my home.
Yeah,
I
so
make
that-
it so that you come and tell the people how it
There are
tasted.
things you need an acquired.
It doesn't happen instantly.
Yeah,
You have
so
to
that
give
was the
time.
first thing.
Yeah.
And ilikataa. Ilikazana tu because nataka bibi, but ilikataa.
It was not going down smoothly.
Yeah. Then after that, after eating from that place where we were given, that's when we were ushered now outside.
Yeah.
So going outside, there's a whole gathering, tents.
You're like, what's all this?
What is happening? And the MC was there.
Yeah.
I think the MC was being sarcastic. He started saying, we were having a crusade and we are seeing we have visitors from Kenya.
Oh, wow. So you get
So my father was asking me, are we lost?
Have we come to the wrong
Have we
place?
come to the wrong place?
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, this is the place. You've seen even how, So eventually that's when they say, you're welcome to wherever. Then for you to be really part of our family, there's a special drink that we do share. And that is what really binds the families. I said, no problem, I need this tea, soda, or what.
Yeah.
So, is that now a calabash?
Yes.
Yeah, so they brought a calabash. Now this calabash had a straw, it was decorated, looking very nice.
Yeah.
Now you don't start asking what is inside. You're supposed to just
After you've consumed, that's when you're like, man, what is this?
So I tasted.
Yeah.
It feels like some strange porridge.
Yeah.
I really could not tell what it was. So later on asking, I was told there's a way they make their their porridge. Okay, it was really not nice to me. In short, I'm trying to find good words,
Yes,
but
it wasn't sitting well with you.
it was not nice.
Yeah.
The only, and you see, they have already put a caveat that this is what binds the family.
So you have to take it.
That thing is like a liter, my friend.
You have to complete it all.
Yeah, but the beauty now, you see, a calabash is not transparent.
Yeah.
So you can have the action as if
Oh, you're drinking, but it's
you're thinking
not
that
going
nothing
in.
is going. Because there's no way that thing was going to go down. My throat.
You're like, not today.
Yeah. So that got done. By all means, that is a wedding reception typically here
In Kenya.
In Kenya.
Yeah.
I was told this is the first of several
Oh.
functions. And because we come from far, they are going to summarize them into 3 functions. So there is that one where you come and say your intentions, and now for us we coupled it up now with introduction and talking about the bride price.
Yeah.
Yes, and then now the second one was now where they call it giveaway. So they give their daughter away, and we were also paying dowry, I think, around that time. Now, that one was literally a wedding, my friend.
The first one already.
The first one, because the first one they told me these are just family members, clans.
Yes, family members.
But it was an entire...
My friend, it was not less than 100 people.
Oh, what?
It was not less than 100 people.
That's a full-on wedding.
Yeah.
Right there.
So the second one, from even the way the planning was going, I was telling my wife, you know, we are still a young couple.
Yeah.
And the way this thing looks like a wedding. Let's just come with a pastor.
Yeah, just officiate.
Once you have finished all those things you want to do, then they just say, yeah.
Let us just officiate.
Yeah, we do and we go.
Because they've done everything.
Yeah, but they insisted now from their end, how does she get married?
In my home.
From her home. We don't know where she's going and stuff like that. And of course, we could not push it. And given the background that they already had some holding back about their girl going to Kenya. So I was not about to push anything that would make them change their mind.
Yeah, they're like,
So akisema tunakubali.
yes, whatever you want, we will do it.
Hata mahali mkiweka juu tutawaambia tu it's okay, but in our culture we don't pay all at once.
Yeah, we just do it slowly in sections.
Yes.
Okay.
Mahali kwetu huwa haishi.
Ndo mtu akwe akivisit nyumbani.
Yes. So that second function,
Yeah.
I think 90% of the function was in her language.
Oh.
So nilikuwa tu hapo na smile na check.
But kila kitu inapita tu juu.
Yeah, I understand a bit of it, but I mean, yeah, and I think naturally they are used to those intimate functions of theirs are done in their language. So there was a translator, but the translator was ending up complimenting the other guy in their language.
Oh.
Yeah, so he says, "Oh, I hope you understand." And then he goes back. Yeah. So I think basically I can say for me there was quite a bit of some shock to the number of events that have to happen before you get married in their culture. And then now from where I worship, we really treasure church wedding. Okay.
Yeah.
So even her, because we come from the same
religious belief.
Yes, we are both Adventists. But now our cultures are completely different. Now that giveaway, after the function, they literally lock her room.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
They have given her away.
I don't have a place in my home anymore.
So there's no going back.
Yeah.
Marriage, in my culture, marriage is a lifetime commitment. You go there and stay. Yeah, you have decided, you are of sober mind.
Yeah.
So go knowing that there's no coming back. There's nowhere you're coming back to. When you come back, you are a visitor. You don't actually sleep in the main house where you used to sleep.
Oh.
So you'd sleep like in the boys' quarters, because now you are a visitor. You're not part of this family. You have gone like Ruth was sent.
What?
And said, your people shall be my people. Those will be your people.
I think that's not a very bad thing. I think we should also borrow it on this side. Because huku room inabakigi. Kidogo tu unapata umerudi si unafaa kuwa mgeni, you know. But I think that speaks a lot. Yeah.
So the room was locked. Among the things we were gifted are things you're supposed to start a family with.
Yeah.
Their traditional dishes. There's something they gave me, some sort of stick. What did you call it again? Yeah, I even don't know what it means, but I took it. Yeah, I was doing everything to bring her home. Yeah. Among the other things we were given was a mattress. So literally...
everything that happens in a wedding was happening right there.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, and I think that time, the other thing that shocked me is they normally have a cake cutting bit in the ceremony. Yeah. And now that I knew I'm the man of the function. Then I'm seeing the brothers are the ones cutting the cake.
It's just like
I'm just but a prop in the...
It's just like the Last Supper, like you have with your siblings. So you are bidding them farewell. That's the last meal you're going to have. So it was just more of a symbol of the last meal you're having with your brothers and sisters.
It was a sort of a bye.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so after that, we were given our wife. So we came, I had to talk to one of my aunts who stays in the city. Because our wedding was going to be on May what?
May 26th.
26th. Yet this function happened in April.
April 22nd.
Yeah,
So there's still
almost a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, na hatutaki temptations.
Temptations are there.
Yeah. So we talked to one of my aunts who is around. That's where she stayed until the wedding day.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Because now at home, when they've given you away,
that's it.
That's it.
You go.
You go.
So there's no waiting until marriage, no. We've done the giveaway, just go.
Go with your wife.
And now, for you, Shifra, was it your first time coming to Kenya? Or had you visited Kenya
I had
before?
visited during the relationship. I used to visit and come and say hi.
Yeah.
Now, the time I came, the very first time, my shock was, how do you visit your parents' in-laws and don't kneel? Like he was telling me, you're not supposed to kneel. Remember, no kneeling. I'm like, okay, I have understood, but there is no way I can visit my father-in-law and my mother-in-law
and not kneel
and greet them while standing like a tree.
Oh,
it is unheard of.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
so you had to.
Yeah, I had to kneel.
It was.
Usikuja kushtua watu wangu.
Ukipiga magoti anakuwa ni nini?
Paka amenielewa vizuri.
That's my token.
Then reaching there, I don't know how. She's down.
Yeah.
Like, what do we do?
Because for me that was like, it's obvious. How do I show respect that these are my parents' in-laws? And how do I just go and stand like a tree? I'm like,
you can.
I can't.
You've been raised to you respect by kneeling.
By kneeling.
Hapa tunapiga magoti.
Sometimes akiona magoti yako nini.
So my parents, my now the mother and the dad were very shocked because now they were wondering what is happening or kwao ilikuwa kunitesa. And yet for me it was
like, I'm doing it.
Yes, out of it's normal,
like,
it's natural.
Yeah.
Yes. But they were until the dad I think told now it was time for me to go. He actually went away so that I don't kneel again.
He knew now this lady is going again to.
No, I don't want that.
Yeah. Because you see, ideally we associate kneeling either with reverence during prayer.
Yeah.
And it's not every time that we kneel. Or if you have gone through a typical 844 system. Not this one, yes, ile ingine. Yeah. Wale wenye hawajafanya homework.
Magoti pale.
Yeah. So we associate it with punishment or some sort of. Yeah.
That was a big shock for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then maybe when we had children now.
Yeah.
Okay, to us, you have a child, then probably take them, they are seen by their parents. But now the thing of trimming their hair, I think the culture of trimming the hair by the mother-in-law. It was so new. I was like, oh, it happened.
You're like, you're shocked.
Yeah, because that doesn't happen in my culture. Like, we don't really have that in our culture. I think what we have in our culture that probably is what I would see in now people who hold culture very, very dear to their hearts. It's when now an older person dies, then they don't wear shoes because he was the provider of, shoes. They don't wear shoes.
I'm also shocked.
We were shocked.
So you walk barefooted. And then food, when they prepare food, the time of mourning, they don't put salt because he was the provider of the salt. So those are the things that I have had in my culture
that are there.
But now hair, and I think also when a person in the Luya family, they also trim hair, because I saw auntie trim her hair.
Yeah, they do. Though now in my family we don't. We back down from some of those cultures
because of religion.
Religion comes to take away some things. You're like, this one, yes, this one. You filter out which one you will do, which one you won't. Wow. Okay, guys, remember we were talking about different cultures, one home. And this is a relationship talk show. We are about to go for a very, very short break, but we'll be coming right back to continue with the conversation. So please do not go too far, because this is a conversation that you do not want to miss out on. Okay? So let us take a break. We'll be coming right back shortly.
MBCI Television, transforming lives.
Nataka urudie mara tatu. Betty bought a butter better cup. Betty bought a butter better cup. Rudia mara tatu mbio mbio.
Shut up everybody. Listen.
Betty bought a cup.
Betty bought a better butter cup. Rudia mara tatu. Betty bought a better butter cup. Rudia mara tatu mbio mbio.
Betty bought a better cup. Betty bought a better cup. Betty bought a better cup.
Moses alizaliwa Egypt wapi? Inaanza na letter G, mali alizaliwa.
Gariri.
What?
Gariri.
What is that?
King Nebukadnezar alikuwa mfalme wa wapi?
Come again.
King Nebukadnezar alikuwa mfalme wa wapi?
Nebukadnezar alikuwa wacha nikuchapie
Moja kwa moja tuko ndani ya Biblia na maisha, siku nyingine njema. Ni Biblia na maisha, kipindi ambacho kinajadilia masuala mbalimbali yanayokuwezesha kukua na kuongezeka kiimani.
Kipindi ambacho kinaangazia neno la Mungu kama msingi wa ukuaji wa maisha yako ya Kikristo.
Kweli kabisa kwamba Mungu ametupa maisha, lakini pia tuko na maisha katika dunia hii. Ni vipi ambavyo tunaweza kubalance haya mambo, uishi katika hii dunia, uifurahie, na vile vile uishi kulingana na mapenzi na matarajio ya Mungu.
Ndio maana tunasema ya kwamba neno la Mungu liko kuweza kutusaidia kuweza kujua tunahitajika na tunatakana tuweze kuishi kwa njia zipi na kuweza kuelekeza maisha yetu kwa namna gani.
Barabara kabisa. Tunasema kwamba neno la Mungu ndio dira inayotupeleka kule Mungu atakako. Ndiposa Biblia na maisha, yani maisha na Biblia. Katika kipindi hiki unapoendelea kutizama na kusikiza, wazi ya kwamba maisha yako hayatabakia jinsi yalivyokuwa.
Ni kipindi ambacho hukujia kila Alhamisi kuanzia saa 1:30 mpaka saa 4 asubuhi.
Naam, unakuwa nami Enaeli Mlinga,
nami Mangicho Mola,
tukishirikiana na watumishi wa Mungu mbali katika kipindi hiki kuhakikisha kwamba unazidi kujengeka na kupata upana zaidi kuhusiana na neno la Mungu.
Transform your sanctuary with high-quality church chairs designed to bring comfort, beauty, durability, dignity, and elegance to the house of worship.
Eshkol Furniture Solutions presents a church chair with a strong frame, crafted from pure virgin metal for exceptional strength and durability, and coated using high-pressure, high-temperature painting technology to resist scratches,
giving the chair a shiny, long-lasting look. This elegant and comfortable chair design comes cushioned with high-density foam, guaranteeing the comfort of every believer during church programs. Available in a wide range of colors to complement your church theme, with the option of embroidered logo for a distinguished touch of identity and elegant look. Replaceable seat covers are also available on order. The chair is built with practical functionality in mind, as it comes with an option for under-seat rack, perfect for holding Bibles, hymn books, or personal items. Its studded size saves space and allows for easy stacking, with protective plastic pads to prevent clutching. It's simple to arrange and offers flexibility for any church setup. Upgrade your sanctuary today with these premium church chairs. Prioritize the comfort of believers, beautify the sanctuary, and restore dignity of the house of the Lord.
Order today on 0757 444 333 or email us at eshkolfurniture@gmail.com. Eshkol Furniture Solutions. Passion for excellence.
MBCI Television, transforming lives.
Amazing. Welcome back from that very short break. Remember, this is a relationship talk show with me, Sylvia Wanja, and with us we have the Collince family. We're talking about different cultures, one home, okay? Making intercultural relationships work. Now, we went for a break, but before that we had the opportunity to be able to understand better the story of culture shock, and hey, it is real. Now, maybe before we continue, we can get the question of today one more time so that we can be able to prompt you guys to interact pamoja. Yenye inasema hivi: when parents oppose an intercultural marriage, should a Christian obey family or follow God's peace? When parents oppose an intercultural marriage, should a Christian obey family or follow God's peace? What would you do in that particular situation whereby you found someone, your better half, and your parents are like, I don't want this for you, but you feel in your heart there's God's peace in it? What would you do? Send us your feedback using our numbers 0721 105 105. That is WhatsApp, and also normal text message 23814 short code, which is absolutely free, and MBCI TV Facebook page down in the comment section, and MBCI YouTube official down in the comment section. And we'll be coming back to discuss further on your feedback. Okay? Amazing. Now, let us get back to the conversation that we were having earlier on. We were sharing about the different culture shocks that you guys experienced when you started seeing each other. Now, Shifra, you come to Kenya. You know people are aggressive here. Well, what were your expectations?
Okay, I think I had part of because we had Kenyan students come to Uganda. So to me, they were normal people. They had same mannerisms. They were just human beings.
Yeah.
And then now when I came over, the first thing that really shocked me was the culture of matatus around here. I think it had never occurred to me that there is they call it Sambazia. Sambaza.
Yeah.
And then that time, matatus used not to stop. Like if you were to alight, you have to hop off.
Yeah, well, it's still moving.
How are you guys acting like you are going? And then like people are so much in a hurry. They want to go some, and then you find them standing on the same. So you'd have just walked and gotten there. You will still wait for the car to find you. But they are very fast in doing things. So it was so much of adjustment, because in Uganda, where I come from, we do things, we take our time. We walk slow,
no rush,
no hurry. You will still get there.
Yeah, true.
So it was a shock. Then now, of course, I didn't know the language. I didn't know Kiswahili by then.
Yeah.
So communicating became hard.
Yeah.
I remember after our wedding, I wanted to do my hair, and I went to the salon.
Yeah.
I couldn't express I want to do bob in Kiswahili. So I had to just use English.
Yeah.
I want to do bob. How much is it? And I remember that lady charged me 2,500. 2,500 for bob.
When you speak English in a salon, they know you got money. And so you have to pay good money.
I was like, 2,000 is okay. Money, because you see now, currency in Uganda, when you go to a salon, they are talking about 50,000, 60,000. So I'm like, 2,000. 2,000 is easy.
Yeah, there's more money. It's Kenyan shillings.
Hey, I went and converted. I'm like, I'm going to faint because
a lot of money.
And I told him, please take me. He's like, you will not learn if you go. If I keep on going with you. Yeah, if I keep on going,
but
this time
about
you
time.
You refuse.
This is now her home. She needs to
navigate it.
Literally get used. She's come from a place. She just talked about the Matatu culture. Now, just to put it in perspective, in Uganda. Unaona hapa yenye sijui mtu akitaka kushuka hapo mtamfanyia hivi. In Uganda, if somebody wants to alight and he's at the back there, for them hawana sambaza, kuna ile kiti yenye nafanywanga hivi.
Oh, una flip, yeah.
So the whole matatu will alight. Okay? Hiyo mtu atoke, alafu tena arudi pole pole mmoja mmoja.
Utafika kwenye ngapi?
And they have no problem with it.
What?
It will be done like 10 times between
normal.
They're already used to it.
Yeah.
Na wezi pangana venye watenda wakishuka venye unasikia.
No.
What?
According to how you just came. Katie, yes.
So if you're alighting na koko nyuma kila mtu tushuka.
Yeah, so I had to get used also to their slow vibes.
Yeah, you also had to learn that.
Yeah.
And then I go to the market. I wanted, I think, Dania there that time. I knew it as cornmeal.
Yeah.
And then I can see it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tell this lady I need cornmeal. And then she tells me a pound. Atinia, it's pound.
You're like, what is pound?
Now, what is pound? I've never heard of. I know pounds is a currency somewhere else, not in Kenya.
Pound is
you get to a boda, we call them piki. Yeah. You get there and then he tells you finje.
Like, what is finje?
I know 50 bob.
Tell
or,
me 50.
How do you call hamsini?
What you have been reading, hamsini. Who says hamsini?
Nobody says that. I'm like, how do you guys operate?
Who says laki moja?
Laki moja.
You know, me, that is what I've been reading as my guide. I know my Kiswahili. I'm there.
Unless you meet now typical Luyas.
Yeah.
Nauli itakuwa itakuwa shilingi 50 ile mradi.
Zembuse.
It was baptism by fire. Yeah. So for the longest time, going to the market was a nightmare.
It was hectic.
Yeah. Now you have to interact with the language.
Yeah.
But then now I started to listen, to listen to how, when people are making, I go take my notes. When I reach home, I ask him, what does this mean? Because I remember there's a time I was very excited. I knew my Kiswahili.
Yeah.
And then I told people, nimeshiba kukuona. Because for me that was, I am excited. I'm very glad to meet you. Nimeshiba. I was just burning things. What? But yeah, language was my biggest nightmare when it came to coming over. Because in Uganda mostly we use English, and here now when you use English, it's either you're going to be exploited,
true,
or you just get lost even further. Yeah, so it was a big thing to adjust to. Yeah,
Okay.
but the foods, I think I met the foods were normal.
Okay.
They were normal, just that
That
there
is one
wasn't
thing you complained
too
about.
much of variety.
Oh.
Yeah.
She used to say, you guys have no food. Yeah?
Yeah, it's not like...
I think even when she was coming this side, they told her, we wish you well. You're going to be eating kaunga. Now, kaunga is ugali.
Ugali,
Yeah. You're going to be eating kaunga, our daughter.
Yeah.
But they told me that is what you chose. So you go there, eat kaunga, don't complain.
So you are ready, you are prepared for kaunga.
But now the variety. You see now, like the way you go to, because that, and I think the first time we went out, I expected something of the sort. Like you go out, then when you ask for, probably, maybe you've asked for ugali and nyama, they'll bring some greens, they'll bring some matoke somewhere. They, you know, that is... When you ask for ugali, they bring for you ugali and nyama. Small pieces, that was a shock. Because
where's matoke? Where's greens?
Where are greens? Like what do you give your customer? They brought you money. You have to entice them to stay. But I realized here the culture is what you ask for
is what you get.
Is what you get.
Exactly.
No complaining. the sizes of nyama were too tiny, so we used to think probably it's liver, because that's how we cut liver.
Oh.
When it's meat, it's cut in nice
big chunks.
Big chunks.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. Yeah, but I got to understand that it's different. And yeah, right now I've adjusted. When we had gotten married, I used to make, he used to complain of how many dishes I'm making for one dish.
Oh, you are used to it though.
Yeah, because you have to put variety, so that somebody has something to choose from. You don't just cook ugali and mayai and maybe skuma and put there, and that is a complete meal. There has to be something.
Oh.
You have different options of starches, different options of
pick
protein,
from,
so that he can pick from.
That one is culture shock.
Yeah. Now
breakfast was a project.
It had everything.
You know, here, ideally for breakfast, most especially in the town setup, it's quick fix.
Just bread.
Tea, bread,
you go.
we're going. Ukieka mayai umejaribu.
Umeenda sana.
Now, she's made like 2 sources of protein. There's beans there.
Oh.
There's maybe meat here.
Oh.
And now she wants, we have some if she's tried one variety of vegetable, if she's tried, but otherwise we can do 2. And then we have rice here.
Oh.
Okay. And maybe some small ugali or matoke the other side. So breakfast used to, na pia nikaangalia, hapa si tutasota.
It's an entire buffet.
Hapa tutasota. And it's like, well, she has no problem cooking it every other day. Ilibidi nimwite mkutano.
Like, hey, hapa venye tunaelekea.
Welcome to Kenya. Welcome to Kenya.
Yeah.
So it was something else. Yeah, because I think now on the other side, I think there's a time we had worked quite late in the night, and then my mother-in-law called in the morning. It was about 8:30. We were still not awake. How was the call like?
You are still asleep. When you have not even made katogo. Katogo is a mixture of bananas and njugu, nicely done. So that is what is usually for breakfast for a normal family that doesn't have, all these other options. You've not even made that for you are in bed sleeping. Your family is going to break down like this. That for her was ending my marriage in short term.
Bread and tea.
Bread and tea. How do you give bread and tea to a husband? It doesn't happen. A whole husband
you cannot take
who married you give him bread and tea. But
what?
That is from where I come from now, because they know a man is supposed to be well taken care of. You wake up in the morning, make for him some juice, make for him katogo, put some greens. Then he goes to work when he has the energy to work. Now you're giving him bread. Is it even food?
And then you come to this side, we are used to that. Yeah. It's bread and tea in the morning and wait for lunch.
There's a time before we got married where we were still dating.
Yeah.
So we used to do a lot of video calls and calls, just to keep the conversation going. So one of those days we are having a talk, and it's time me I'm having supper.
Yeah.
So that's the day I've decided to do maziwa and ugali.
Yeah.
And my maziwa of course, is in a cup. Yeah? Then she sees that I'm having ugali. She can see the ugali, but she's seeing I'm taking something with a cup.
Yeah, so she's not.
So she's asking, what are you doing? So I tell her, what do you mean, what am I doing? You can see what I'm doing. I'm having supper. Then she asks, I can see ugali. So what is that? You put soup in the cup? Then I say, no, it's maziwa mala. Maziwa mala. You are having it with ugali for supper. She laughed so hard. I could not, and now for you, it's hard to understand why is this person
laughing.
What is weird about it?
Like we're used to it.
Yeah.
Up to now, I think maziwa mala has never sat well with me.
Oh.
So I'm now imagining that the combination that time.
You're like, no, this one was bad.
I would say, are you poor?
Are you poor? Is everything okay at home? Do you need help? Make toys?
Yeah.
Oh wow! That I think the culture shock that you guys experienced was on different playing fields altogether, because it was a lot that you had to process. But looking at you now, it shows that it is possible to make it work despite the differences that you have encountered during your time together. Now, we went to the streets and talked to a couple of people about the whole issue of culture, and we would like to listen to them and what they have to say about this particular topic, just to better understand where people at when it comes to cultures. Have people embraced it, or they're like, what is influencing them? Is it parents? Is it their own beliefs? So let us get the Vox Pops and get to hear what people have to say when it comes to cultures. And we'll be coming right back to continue with the conversation.
Mimi nataka kumari my own tribe. I'm a Kikuyu. So for one reason is that because of culture, kuna cultural zenye another tribe that has, so me as I prefer to my own culture, that ile my tribe, so that at least we don't vary in anything like cultural beliefs. At least we have one belief and same goal. That's it.
A different tribe. Because of experience. For my experience.
Basically, kwanza tukiongelea about love ni kitu wezi mwenyewe wezi amua. So siwezi jua ati leo we ni Msapere ama we ni Mkikuyu ama we ni Mkale ati nikatae juu sijui natoka tribe gani. So kitu inaitwa marriage ni kitu tutasema aje, ni kitu diverse. Unaweza oa from any tribe, from any place, any country, kwa sababu it's all about love. Siwezi ongelea about sijui tribal whatever. Of course nikiweza sema maybe home wanaweza sema wewe msee wa tribe yako, but kila mtu anafuata instincts zake, kila mtu anafuata. Na pia hii dunia tuko hapa kuvibe. Na pia at least watoto wazaliwe wanaweza ongea English, wanaweza ongea lugha tofauti. It's not matter ati tuongee tu lugha moja.
Different tribe. One, because marriage it depends with characters, not tribe. Second, you get to know more about other tribes, kama kupika nini, and your kids pia wana grow kijua different things from other tribes. Yes.
Mimi naweza taka kumari mtu mwenye ako from any tribe. Sasa kianza kukua choosy na tribes, hiyo ni kukua tribal, and in this day and age kukua mtu tribal ni it's meaningless. So mimi naweza marry from any tribe too.
Yes, wow, okay. We've seen that people have different diverse takes when it comes to the whole topic of culture and marrying from a different culture. There are those who are for it, there are those who are against it. Maybe you can each give your perspective on what we've just heard, and where people lie when it comes to matters of culture. We can start with Collince.
From my end, I would say the things I would look at, even if I was to marry now, assuming I was not yet married, is the principles you stand for as a person. The beliefs, the things you cannot compromise on.
Yeah.
Those really come first. Those really come first.
Yeah.
And when that is there, that principally the things that you can't compromise on, you are on the same standpoint with your significant other that you would want to marry if all goes well. It becomes easier to fuse whatever tribes are there. It's possible for you to come from the same tribe, same country, but you stand on different platforms altogether. And this may bring issues that may be hard to solve in the marriage. One thing that has really helped us is when it comes to our beliefs, we are of the same faith. When it comes to what we stand for, it's the same. And even our interests. By the way, we used to be choir leaders in high school together.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That is amazing.
So we had some synergy going on, or what I can say, things that would bring us more together than apart. So these other things of food, whatnot, those are things that by the grace of God you'll find a way of navigating them. Yes. But now where you're coming from a place where the things they stand for are things you cannot stand.
You're like, that one's not me.
Yeah, and you cannot compromise. Yeah, those are things now that may shake even the foundation of the relationship you want to start. Yeah.
Okay, wow, thank you for that. It's a very interesting perspective, but it's also very witty when it comes to this conversation. Shifra?
I think there's one who said, tuko hapa kujibamba. Life ni ya kujibamba. And I think in that kujibamba is when you find a person who shares the same values like you do. There's something that brings you together. Marriage is a lifetime commitment. It's not something that you're going to come, it's not a contract that you'll be in for 2 years or then you're like, 6 months, I'll be done. Yeah, so and I think that is why it is very important for you to take time choosing the person that you want to live your whole life with. There's somebody who said marriage is a prison. Choose your cellmate. Choose your cellmate wisely. I don't want to put it that way, but there is some truth to it. If you make it a prison, then you will have to choose your cellmate. Your cellmate nicely. So life is a very, very enjoyable institution, and it was founded by God, and it was made for the enjoyment and refreshment of man. Basically, if we have our foundation, the reasons as to why we are getting married together. Why are we getting married? Is it because we are from the same tribe that we are getting married? Because I think those are some of the things that need to be put forward and clearly, so that now you do not have things being used as excuses for you not to get into the marriage institution or for you not to marry the other person. Because if the values match, if you are on the same, like he said, on the same platform, you're able to communicate clearly what you feel about the other person, then these other things fall into place. I got to, when we had just gotten married, there are some things, because culture is not really just Munyankole and his Luya. There is also cultures that our families, that where we stem from, our families have, cultured us in a particular way. We have been molded to think and do things differently. So from those backgrounds, if I'm to look at your background and you're to look at my background, will we be able to merge? Will we be able to connect beyond the butterflies at that particular moment? Because you can you can imagine yourself marrying a person and then you find out that they are night dancers. They are night dancers. You know, in Kenya, I think they usually say, they're associated with that. But it's not all kisses that are that.
Exactly.
But if you were to find yourself that, okay, mimi nilikuwa nataka mkisi. Na kwao usiku ni night duty. what will you do? Are you going to say, okay, ni kama niligonga mwamba hata kama ni mkisi niligonga mwamba. So those are some of the things that you really need to come up and see, is this person the right fit for me? Yes.
So it has to go beyond tribe.
Yes.
Wow, I think that is very profound, because there's that debate, and I know people can relate to it. There's a particular tribe. Let us know. Kila wakati tunasikia just so many negative things. So people are like, mimi sitaki mtu from. Unajua ni nini tunaongea kuhusu, because I know you're online and you have had these conversations before. Now, let us get to the point of now marriage and settling down. You've mentioned, Shifra, about the different backgrounds, how you've been brought up, and you've even shared a time your mom called, it's 8:30 and you're in bed, and like, you have not, you know, we used to. What are you doing? Maybe you can share that. How was it coming together in one household? Now you're living as man and wife. How was that whole situation like?
Okay, I think what really helped us, for us it might be different, because we were friends before we even started to become lovers.
Oh wow.
So we were friends for around 3 years to 4 years. And then now we dated for 6 years.
Oh wow.
So it's a long period. You get to know what the other person likes, what the other person doesn't like. When he's angry, how does he behave? When I'm angry, how do I behave? So it became quite easier even when we got together in marriage, because some of the things we had already seen about each other, and we got to navigate. But there are things that marriage, you see, people usually say, I usually say marriage is not a place where you will how do I say, fine tune yourself. It actually uncovers you and reveals your true character to this other person. It brings out all the negatives and all the positives. Yes, about you. Oh, wow. So because it changes you in different seasons, it changes you. It changes and molds you and shapes you, and that's why I think marriage, one of the things that marriage is there for is to make us better. We are there to sharpen each other, to make each other better. And that alone shows you that for you to have a point where you are getting together, you need to be in a place where you are able, or you will be able to stand in for the other person. If he's hurting, I should know what to do. If probably has not said something nice, and we are in public, I should know how to react at that point. So it takes a lot of wisdom and it takes a lot of learning, because each day is a learning process.
Oh, wow.
Like we learn when we didn't have children, we used to wake up in the morning, decide we are going to eat this, and we cook, or we are deciding we are not going to eat. We'll just do a simple thing, a snack. But now when the children come in, now things change, because you're no longer just looking at the two of you. You have other responsibilities that will now change the way you're relating with the person that you came together with. So it's a process of growth and learning each day. I think that's what I can say.
So you have to be willing and open to go through with that process of learning and unlearning and relearning. Oh wow, okay. Let us get to Collince. Was there, let's say, something that you felt during the whole situation of, like, you know, moving in, kids are coming in, what language are you using in the house? You know, are they going to learn Luya first, or are they going to learn Nyankole first? What was it like?
Okay. First of all, I'm told even me, I don't speak Luya.
So that's a no.
And in most cases for couples, the language that you used to date while dating is most likely the language you'll use when you continue expressing yourself to each other.
Okay.
Yes, most especially when you're speaking the intimate things to each other. It's the language you'll keep on speaking. In as much as she will learn Kiswahili, I can't fathom how I'll start expressing myself to her. Nakupenda kama malaika. You know, it does not even make sense in my head. As in the language mlitumia kudate is most likely the one you'll use. And now, in the case of our children, we take cognizance that they have they have family that is not Kenyan, the other side. So we decided that the first language they will learn is English.
Okay.
Yes. So like our son who is 5, it's just recently that he started picking up Kiswahili.
Oh.
So at least when we get to visit now her side, does not become a struggle for them to communicate with our children because they are family. Yeah.
True.
Language wise, that's what I would say. But now in terms of now what was a bit different, I think I could also comment on that. Initially I was used to, when we get to a place, assuming we've come to maybe MBCI, so Sylvia will ask us to introduce ourselves. I will say my name. Yeah, and I'm done. So of course, after we settled in after the wedding, we had to go to different places with the people who came and supported us. And you know, now that time people are excited to see the new couple in town. And now you're asked to stand up and say hi. So I would stand up, normally just say hi, praise God, my name is, and I thank God for being here, God bless you for supporting us. And I would feel somebody stepping on me.
Like, I'm here.
Say something. So it was like I had to start getting used to introducing her as well, because I was wondering, I mean, see, why have to introduce you? So but it has become part of us. Right now I don't struggle. I would easily, just introduce us, and it's been a nice ride.
Wow.
But of course also there is a bit of, there is the way you're used of kukaa peke yako. Mimi for example napenda nilale na lights kama hizi za studio.
Zote zimewashwa.
Mwingine yeye anataka alale na giza. And also when people are dating, we normally put our best
foot out there.
The best face. Like for ladies, I know there are ladies who when you're going for a date watakula kwanza washibe home.
Nani alikuja kusema
wakuja hapo sasa wacheza na fork and knife.
I'm full. Wakati ameguza 2/4 the plate.
But now you see, now when you get to the family setup, it's the real you. You cannot keep up with, because sasa hiyo kukula ushibo utakulia hapo. Unabomoa hapo.
Tuachukako mbona wakati tulikuwa tunaenda date tukula pizza na
but at least for me, I knew the one I'm marrying has good appetite. You ya kuficha, nilikuwa najua anabomoa.
Where I come from, we appreciate people who eat. Like food is a language. How do you come to a home and live without eating?
You have to eat.
You have to eat, even if you're full. You'll be told you have to eat.
Wow.
So we don't sugarcoat the sector of eating.
And the other thing is, at least for us, because of the time frame we spent as friends and having been in the same environment for a long time, we got to know each other, because there are things I think I would have struggled with now later on, like things now that I struggled with while we were starting the relationship, like for example communication. Not that I don't like communicating, let me just put a perspective to it. If I've expressed myself to you, I've told you I love you, and you have shown mutual kind of feelings. If I told you in the morning I love you, why am I supposed to tell you again in the evening I love you? Is it that you have selective amnesia?
No, just repeat it again.
So I used to have a problem in the relationship. I used to have a problem at the very beginning. Why does she want us to talk every other time? Must we talk every other time? And sometimes she's the one who has initiated the call. And after saying hi, now she's there, she's waiting for you to bring up the story, the convo, so I used to really struggle with that. But over time, by the grace of God, it became very easy. So even in the marriage relationship, I came to learn that the way ladies have been created, they need to be given words of affirmation.
Yeah, true.
And genuine affirmation, because they can also tell when you
Unanipaka tu mafuta.
yeah, when you're just saying empty nothings.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that period of dating and becoming friends really helped.
Yeah.
So I'm not trying to say that we've not had conflicts.
Yeah.
We've had conflicts. Okay, to our level. I can't say, because what I normally see now is not our type of conflict. Yeah. But what we came to realize, and I think even in the last talk we were having with some youths, is conflict in itself is not bad. How it is resolved
is where everything
what
lies.
really matters.
Yeah.
And sometimes God allows conflict to sharpen us in the relationship, help us know how to deal with each other better, and something like that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, amazing. That is really, really profound, how you are able to navigate the whole issue of culture, the whole issue of women and men in itself. It's just, we're just different beings, but the way we make it work, it really takes a lot of willingness to being able to, you know, understand the other person, being able to learn, being able, so that you can grow together. It has to be something that you do collectively. Now, let us take a look at some feedback that we are getting that's coming in from our social media platforms. We have, open our YouTube, we have Esther and Jerusman, nice discussion and lovely couple. I'm getting blessed today. Kuna Winfriend Henry anasema, wow, very nice and amazing discussion. May God bless you for choosing to be with us today. Tutingia upande huu wa Facebook tuone watu wanasema vipi. Upande huu we have, okay, let's see. We have Joy from Rongai anasema, hi guys. I am really enjoying the conversation today. I am getting so much insight, and I'm getting to understand that it is possible to love someone from a different culture, and parents don't have to really determine whether or not I get to settle down with someone. Okay, thank you for that feedback. We have Dan anasema, hello guys, I'm enjoying the show today. Thank you for bringing this. I feel like it is speaking to me. Okay. Martha Nyambura anasema, following Lilian Wakesho anasema, Mwatate present, show iko juu na wapata loud and clear. Jacob Mwakuli anasema, amen. Ongata Rungai tuko pamoja. Agnes Johnson anasema, watching live and I am loving the show all together. Thank you so much for following through, even for sending in your feedback. Really do appreciate it. And yes, let us continue with the conversation. Now, Shifra, for you, you've come in Kenya, you have settled down, you're trying to understand the language here, the culture, trying to keep up with everything. Back at home, were there any comments that were coming in about, you know, how much of a big risk that you have made, or they were like, okay, sawa ulisha make wewe na tufanye mambo yako huko mbele?
I think there was not so much of, you know, maybe it's because of the stand they take. My parents are those people who, when you've made your decision and they have given you their input, that's it. You will have to navigate and do things. The only thing that we had to struggle together, I think, is the time I told them that I'm not going to be practicing midwifery. I want to do a combined effort with my husband in the business that we were doing, the music school. So that didn't really sit well first, because they were like, no, you need to work, you need to help each other. A couple has to have, you know, you have to bring something to the table as well. But along the way they are adjusting, and they have accepted that is my stand now. I'm no longer their little child baby.
Please to God.
I am somewhere safer. And I think when you get together as a couple and you put your best foot out there, some of the things don't really sway you around. They don't hold that big opinion, because you already know what you stand for as a couple. You already know how you are forging forward with life, because now it's no longer your parents, it's you, the couple, that is now coming together to create a new culture for yourselves and the children that you'll bear. Yeah, so I think that is what I can say about the parents back at home. Once we got married, they had to stay in their lane, we stay in our lane.
Oh,
yes.
wow. And you had to make like boundaries.
Yes,
firm
yes,
boundaries.
yes.
Like this one.
Yeah.
Okay. Amazing. So there's a question that we ask the audiences about whether or not they should consider the parents' opinion or like follow their love. So maybe Collince, you can give us your perspective. What would you advise someone to do in such a situation?
That's a wonderful question.
You are waiting for it.
Yeah. I think I'll give it from the perspective of how I looked at it when it was my time.
Yeah.
I already knew there's some sort of resistance the other side, and rightfully so, because they were seeing their daughter going far away. This was my advice to her. We are going to try our best to convince your parents to bless this thing that we want to do, this union that we want to have. But in the event, event they do not agree, because I mean, with every fiber in my being, I feel like you're the right person.
Yeah.
I believe God has directed me to you or us to each other.
Yeah.
If this does not go well, I mean trying to convince the parents, we'll just go to our religious leaders, pastor, whatnot, and they guide us into how we can officiate this wedding.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
So there was no back door out of which you're like, this has to happen.
This has to happen. So either they get on board, we will try, because I mean we need to respect also the fact that they are part and parcel of our lives, and they will continue being.
Yeah.
But in the event that we cannot convince them, we will bring babies for our bariki.
With that, it's already done.
Yeah. So if you have a person you love out there, parents are very important. Not just now, but even in the future, as you go on with your married life, you need to involve them in as much as possible, and try to bring them on board prayerfully. But in the event it's not working, but also try and be logical, because sometimes the parents have some reasons that they give, and you can sit down and make a personal decision of what you think of the things they're giving you, the reservations they have. Because sometimes you may sit down, and when you keenly look at the reservations they have, outside the butterflies that you have, you may see some reason. Kuna hii kitu anasema hapa, and when I look keenly at it, if I don't listen to them, it's gonna bite me
later.
Huko mbele. But now, when there is no logical reason behind it, it becomes a bit hard. But also, surround yourself with people who you may consider mentors. People who are a bit older than you, who have experience, not just age, because they say also foolish people grow old.
True.
So people you consider can impact your life. You know, there are people who can napenda nikuwe na marriage life like this one. I like how this pastor does his stuff. Seek for guidance. You cannot just be an end to yourself. And then based on your conviction and the wisdom you've been given out there, you can make a decision. But if you believe that God's hand is in it, the parents should not be an impediment.
Oh wow. Okay. I think that is well put. Thank you so much for that feedback. Shifra, anything you'd like to add to that?
I think to me, the foundation of marriage shouldn't be what your parents are telling you.
Okay.
Yeah, if you have your values put down and you have found the person that suits those values, the one that you share with those values, and your religion is merging, your beliefs are merging, then God should just give you a direction. You should ask God to give you a direction in how to go about things, because sometimes parents are very protective.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, they're very protective. They want you closer. They want you closer, and sometimes they are not always right.
Very
true. So you would want to, like he said, seek guidance, use the wisdom that you've been given, and then make a decision for yourself.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Make a decision for yourself.
For yourself, yes.
After doing due diligence.
Yes, because at the end of it all, you're going to leave your parents. They'll not always be, you'll not always be in their house. Yeah. Will you live your later years regretting the decision you made because of, you know, what their opinion was?
Yeah.
Or are you doing this for yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Amazing. Now, for people who are looking forward to getting married to a different culture, or probably they're in the process, what are some things you will tell them to look out for, to be on the lookout for? Like a cheat sheet before they get to that point. What
I think you take it off.
I think for me, I would still narrow it down to what the values that this person stands for.
Yeah.
If there are values that merge with what you stand for.
Yeah.
And of course, you know, you can't get, even if it's within your culture, you can't get a person who is 100% of what you wanted or perfect.
Yeah.
Ideally, human beings, you're not perfect.
True.
So, but you look at, this 90%, this I'm good with it. Then 10% is what I can compromise on. I do not mind. It's not something that principally would put us apart. Yeah. So those are the things that I would suggest. But just to go a little bit backward, we should not also underrate the influence of parents in marriage. Because let me give you a scenario. You've had situations where a lady is married by a man who really loves the lady, cherishes the lady and treats them like a queen.
Yeah.
But now they've gotten married into a family where the mother-in-law is like a cousin to the devil.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm meaning?
Yeah, true.
And in as much as your husband loves you very much, you're finding yourself in a situation where you're crying every now and then.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah. So that is something you need to look at. And secondly, as a couple, the husband, the wife, you need to make a firm stand that I will always support my significant other. Assuming, for example, my wife has done a mistake or an error, there is no way I will stand anybody ashaming her or compromising how she looks publicly or me confronting her with the issues there. I will support her. Yes.
Then later,
that's when, I would also not tolerate where in a family setup, somebody is talking, ill about her or trying to tell me, things about her.
Yeah.
Of which these things you can't control, humanly speaking. You also need to really pray and seek that God guides you to a family that will appreciate you, that someone will help you also, fuse in well. We thank God. For me, I have very good parents-in-law. I don't take it for granted because I know it is something else. You may find a good wife, but now find the other side, you don't even want to step foot there.
Yeah, you're like...
But for me, when I go there, I feel I'm at home. And I also like the way my wife got to gel and fuse with my family very well, most especially my mother.
They're amazing parents.
Oh, wow.
Amazing parents.
That is amazing. The family system is very important.
Yes.
But they should complement, not take away from the relationship.
Yes.
Wow, amazing. That is really, really... It was just an awesome session altogether. It had so much, it was so rich with information. And I'm hoping that it will help impact you as a young person, as a person who, you're looking forward to getting married and you're like, okay, I wasn't considering it, but now I'm like, okay, it's not so bad, Maybe you've been influenced by parents, because I know that's where the first influence comes in. Mimi kwangu staki nilete, awa anakuaga. Yeah, sometimes you should try and look beyond that and try to understand, Kwanzaa, are you on the same platform with this person? Do you have the same values? Do you have the same beliefs? Do you have similar interests? Are there more things that bring you together than put you apart? Okay, amazing. So I've received a question here. There's someone who is asking, they've not said their name, but they're asking, how long have you guys been in marriage?
We'll be clocking 7 years on the 26th of May.
Yeah. 7 years?
Yes.
3 years of friendship, 6 years of dating,
yes,
and 7 years of marriage.
Yes.
Yeah, she's good with it.
Yes. Yeah, that is a related thing. Wow, that is really amazing.
So we've known each other for close to 13 years now.
13 years. That's a long time. That's a really, really long time. But that is from high school, right?
Yes.
Up until now.
Yes.
And I think if there's something I'm also learning, the friendship phase is very, very important because most of the time we really skip over it, especially in today's time. We don't want to go through that process. You're like, I meet you today, 1 week down the line, you know what, I want to date you. 3 weeks down the line, I want to marry you. In 2 months, we're married. And then
the oops moment.
Oops happens and you're like, hey, maybe I made a mistake. So we can try at least, to
take time. Get
to know the other person on friendship level. Because there's some things you can't expose to someone you're dating. But friendship, okay, let them know who I am, They'll just have to
he knew the people that were on Foleni.
Oh.
Yeah,
there was even a time I was a bridge.
Some actually were using him as a bridge.
There was a time I was the bridge.
to cross to someone else.
Yeah, when some guys would want her because we were best friends.
Yeah.
There's a time we were not dating, we were best friends. So, the way you'd reach out, somebody wants you and then they reach out to your best friend.
Help me.
So I knew those guys.
Oh, wow.
And you see, they normally say when you're in a relationship with a lady, either you are the friend or you are the therapist or the boyfriend.
You have to be one of the three.
So I've been in all these
You've qualified all three to get to husband.
There's a time Nindo nilikuwa nakula tu mapesa. This guy is doing
Oh, wow.
And I think that now defines what kind of relationship we have right now. Because if I sit down, he's my best friend.
Yeah.
Like I tell him everything about me first.
Yeah.
Before I even think about any other person. Or some other things I never get to share with any other person because he's there, he's listening, we talk about them and life continues. There are people who keep on saying, usikwe kibeti yake sana. But I mean, it's all I have here.
So you're like, why not?
It's my companion.
Yeah.
So
there's a reason why companionship was there, so that you can be together. So ni vizuri kwa kibeti sana nayo, enda nayo. Amazing. So we are coming towards the end of the show. Let us get relationship tips by Joyce Andessa so that you can know what tips she's sharing with us today for us to carry home. And we said, as we're having these conversations, don't leave without anything. You don't have to carry everything with you, but there's just that one thing you will pick and implement in your life for you to have an impact in your life. Okay. Remember, hapa ndani ya MBCI tunasema our main aim or our main goal is to transform lives. So if whatever you pick from here transforms your life, then we've been good stewards, okay, and we've carried on God's purpose in our lives and in your life, okay? Amazing. So let us get relation tips by the amazing Joyce Ndeso, and then we'll be coming back.
Hello and welcome to Real Asian Tips, and today we are talking about 5 main tips on intercultural marriages. Number 1. Communication beyond language. In intercultural marriages, communication goes far beyond words. Cultural background shapes how we express love, handle conflict, and show respect. What feels normal to one partner may feel unfamiliar to another. Successful couples learn to ask questions, clarify assumptions, and truly listen without judgment. Number 2, embrace differences instead of fixing them. Different traditions, foods, holidays, and family dynamics aren't problems to solve. They are opportunities to grow. Thriving intercultural couples stay curious about each other's heritage and make space for both identities in their shared life. Number 3, set boundaries with extended family. Family expectations can vary greatly across cultures. From parenting styles to financial responsibilities, differences may create tension. Strong couples present a united front, discuss boundaries early, and respectfully manage outside influences together. Number 4, create a new culture together. Rather than choosing one culture over the other, successful couples intentionally build on their own family culture. They blend traditions, establish shared values, and create new rituals that reflect who they are as a team. Number 5, prepare for external pressures. Intercultural couples may face stereotypes, social judgment, or misunderstanding. Resilience is key. Open conversations about race, identity, and societal expectation strengthen the partnership and build emotional safety within the marriage. This has been Real Asian Tips, and my name is Joyce Andeso.
Wow, relationships by Joyce Andeso. She's given us a summary of everything that we have discussed here today. So in a more simplified form that you can, note down and also use in future. It might not be your story, but you could have a friend, you could have a cousin, a brother, a sister, and you could be of help to them, okay? So keep on, keep all that information, keep pondering over it, and try to figure out how you're going to be able to use it. And the more you keep on sharing it, the more you understand it better, the more you get different angles to look at it, okay? But again, here we are talking about how different cultures can form one home. So it's important for you to understand that different cultures is not a reason for us to go separate ways. It's in fact something that can bring us together, and together we can form one home, one beautiful home. Not a house, a beautiful home, okay? And that goes, I guess, even for professional, setups, all these things. We need to embrace different cultures. We're raised differently, different backgrounds, but those are not reasons for us to, have more differences between us to split us apart. No, it's reasons for us to build on what brings us together to make it stronger, okay? Amazing. So as we're coming to the end of the show, maybe you can give your parting shot to the viewers watching us at home. We can start with Shifra. Right. You can just say something to the audience concerning the topic of today, those who are in intercultural marriages or they're looking forward to getting to that point.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you so much. It has been beautiful. What I could say to a person that is out there and they are in a different cultured relationship, strive to making your own culture. Yeah, just like I think in the tips, we are coming together to make one culture, one culture that will culture for our home and for our children. And it will be the legacy that you'll pass over to your children, that they also learn to appreciate different cultures and also be able to, have an open mind. Yeah, because beautiful people come from beautiful different cultures. If we were all one culture, the world would be a very boring place.
True.
But with the diversity that brings us together, then we have beautiful things coming out and springing out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. That is really amazing. Collince, what would you tell the viewers back at home?
What I would say is, for example, if you're driving a BMW, for you to diagnose what issues it has, you have to work with the manual or the diagnosis kits given by the manufacturer. So marriage, whether intercultural, whether interracial, or from the same tribe, the originator of marriage is God.
Yeah.
And this day and era, the enemy, the devil, has made it in such a way that marriage has been made to look like something that can't work.
True.
It has been popularized that marriage is a, what do they call it?
It's a
scam.
Kokinandoa.
I'm here to tell you that marriage works.
Yeah.
The initiator of marriage is still alive and he will be there today and forevermore.
Wow.
And he's the best advisor. We can talk to mentors, we can talk to parents, we can have a talk show where you're listening to us. But the best mentor for marriage issues is God.
Wow.
And it's among the few things that is sanctified. And it will not die. Yeah. So marriage has no problem. It's the people. Align yourself with the initiator of marriage, and he will guide you to the right person. Whether from the same culture, whether from a different culture, a good husband, a good wife comes from God.
Wow.
Wewe ukijitengenezea guide yako hapo huyo ni wewe ulijiletea. But if you take time, be close to God. And sometimes we want good things. You're praying for a good wife, but are you preparing yourself to be a good husband?
Good
are
question.
you preparing yourself to be a good wife? You are out there as a youth saying, I want a virgin wife. On your side, have you kept yourself pure? You know. So as we are praying for the right people, let's also pray and try and prepare ourselves to be the right people.
Oh, wow.
That's how I'd put it.
Thank you so much for coming through and for helping us or walking us through this particular topic of different cultures in one home. Really do appreciate you sharing your story, and hope it's going to be impactful in a positive way to the viewers watching us back at home. Now, you run a school, you've mentioned it severally. Maybe we can tell more to the viewers, maybe for them who want to maybe join. So you can tell us what the school is about and maybe share contacts so that they can also come through.
So as Sylvia had mentioned, we together are business partners. We run a music school known as Diamond Music Academy.
Wow.
We are physically located in Olivine, Kiamuni in Nakuru, but we also do online lessons. Initially, we just started out as a music school offering lessons on music instruments and music theory, but we have branched out to do more than just music. We do music, we do art, we do coding and program and web development.
That's nice.
We run the school, but we don't do it just by ourselves. So we have people who are professionals in the different areas. We also do music production, sound engineering, and video production.
Oh, wow.
As I had mentioned earlier, we are very passionate about young children, because we believe when you make a change to these young children at that age, you're likely to impact the world better. So we teach a variety of ages from 4. The oldest I think I've taught personally is a 75-year-old nun.
Oh, 75.
Yeah, she was doing voice and guitar.
That's really nice.
Yeah, so we don't have an upper cap. Yes. But for the lowest age, we prefer to have the age of 4.
4.
Yes.
Wow.
That
is really amazing. Maybe you can share contacts for viewers who are watching us and they're like, oh, okay, I've been trying to sing, I've been trying to play guitar, I've been trying to play the saxophone.
Yes, I'll share the contact, but as well, we are content creators on YouTube, TikTok. You'll find us as the Collince.
The Collince.
Yes.
Okay.
Our contact 0701 195 460.
You can take it one more time.
0701 195 460.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Amazing. Thank you so much for coming through. We really do appreciate it. And for the viewers back at home, if you would like to make any inquiries, you can follow them at the Collince Family and reach out to them. They can DM and you will reply. You'll have a conversation with them right there. Amazing. So that brings us to the end of today's show. A very impactful show, a very power-packed show. It had so much, a lot of laughter, entertainment, and also most importantly, a chance for us to be able to learn and grow, not only spiritually, but also in our everyday relationships. We said as we began the year, Yakomba, healthy relationship is part of our resolution, okay? And it's in all scopes. So let us get Did You Know? And if you see Did You Know, you know that you're about to wind up the show today. And did you know, inasema hivi, the feeling of butterflies in your stomach is actually your body's stress response to excitement. Okay. That is a very interesting fun fact. Okay. So that means you're excited. So the butterflies are like your body telling you, you're excited that this person is around. So that is an interesting fact you can share with friends, family, colleagues at work, or you can use it to start a conversation pale kwa matatu. Tulisema tujifunze kuongeleshana. Because most of the time we're so glued to our phones, we forget how to have basic conversations in social setups, okay? So it's important for us to be able to do that, okay? Amazing. So remember to kondani the Prayer and Word Festival that started jana, and it'll go all the way till 6th. So please, if you are able to, you can make your way to the Harvest Cathedral. Lakini kama it's not possible, you can always tune in so that you can follow through with the services. We're having the morning glory from 5, the Kesha from 12:30 p.m. and also we're going to have a Kesha on Friday. Please make sure that you join in so that you can be able to grow, okay? Spiritually, let us get nourished. We said, sikuwa tu physically, lakini spiritually, the man is still weak, no? So let us join together, let us fellowship together so that you can be able to grow your inner man and you can become stronger in your faith, okay? Now, right now where we're living in, the time that we're living in, there's so many things that try to deter us from, faith, from believing, so many controversial things and conspiracies, okay? So it's important for us to, at least try as much as we can to go to these gatherings. Let us go to church. Let us not abandon the fellowship because it's very, very important. And yes, kumbuka, the theme is making progress in the midst of resistance, okay? Derived from Philippians chapter 3, verse 13. My brothers and sisters, I do not consider myself yet to have taken hold of it, but one thing I do, forgetting what is behind and straining toward what is ahead. And remember, it's an interdenominational meeting that is free and open to all. So you can come through, okay? So that you can be able to engage together, fellowship together, grow together, and share the word together, okay? Amazing. So that brings us to the end of the show today. And I hope that you're going to have an amazing rest of your day. And remember, spread kindness everywhere you go. It's very, very important. It could be the reason why someone decides not to take their life today. I remember we talked towards the end of January, there was a finding that was made. 80,000 people in the world committed suicide. That's a really big number in just 4 weeks, okay? Says this jaifuatilia because it's very devastating. But please, okay, let us try be kind. We don't know what people are going through. Someone may be putting on a smile, but behind there's so much pain. So be the reason why someone smiles today. Just be kind, okay? Don't go around telling people bad things. Even if you've had a bad day, it has nothing to do with the person seated next to you. Sawa? Deal with your bad day by yourself. Spread kindness and joy everywhere you go. It's a fruit of the Holy Spirit to have joy, okay? So let it have an overflow of it so that whatever you exhume is just joy, okay? Amazing. So that is it right here. I'll see you guys next week. Same place, same time. Happen under the Relationship Talk Show. But for now, bye-bye. Enjoy the rest of your viewing. And a big thank you to everyone who has made this show a success. The amazing teams, the amazing departments. Siwezi wataja wote kwa majina, lakini feel blessed wherever you are. And may God bless you and keep you. But for now, kwaheri. Enjoy the rest of your viewing. Bye-bye.